Here, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send Smith in motion. Toss left side for Saquon Barkley. Good blocking, the room to run. Past midfield, spinning his way. Pass the 35 to 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and the Eagles respond instantly. Saquon Barkley. Oh my, making his presence felt. One play, 60 yards, 3rd and 9 from the 35. Mahomes looking to throw. Quick pass left side, caught by Piron. Has room to run. First down and more. Down to about the 17. And he stays in bounds. That will do it. The Kansas City Chiefs have escaped the Bills and have punched their ticket. Hello, everybody, and welcome on in. Happy Thanksgiving. It is the final game of the slate after the Packers got a very nice win in Detroit earlier today, and the Cowboys just got a very nice win against the Chiefs in the 4 o'clock slate, in the 4 o'clock game. Now we're here. It's the return of Joe Burrow as he's playing in this one, as is the Bengals and the Ravens. Ravens looking to hang on to that divisional lead they have over Pittsburgh. The Bengals trying to hang on to that last bit of playoff hopes that they have. This should be a solid one. Every time these two teams plays, it feels like it's going to set up for an instant classic, especially in the past few years. This one hopefully will be very similar and a very nice way to round out what has been a very entertaining Thanksgiving. All good. Happy you're hearing this one. Yeah, that morning game was entertaining. The refs were a bit of something in that one. Quite a few questionable calls, but yeah, we're here for what honestly very easily might be the best game of the slate on Thanksgiving. We'll see. I think both of these offenses could be in for a nice one. Yeah. Okay, all good. Yeah, time zones are a pain. Yeah, my Thanksgiving dinner was great. Had a nice turkey, some good mac and cheese. We'll say though, do much prefer mac and cheese that's a bit more creamy. Because I guess it was like covered in cheese, just because I think that I like it a little bit better. Yeah, that was a tough one for the Chiefs. That was a tough one. George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb had themselves incredible games. Hell yeah. I mean, enjoy Thanksgiving dinner when it's ready. Don't feel pressure to be in this stream. Yeah, I mean, the Chiefs pretty much throughout the entirety of that game, I feel like had a chance. Just they couldn't execute at times, and that was the downfall. It's not something that can be fixed in the final 6 weeks. It's just it's something that needs to be addressed in the offseason by just simply bringing in more talent. Four different pies. That coconut cream pie does sound kind of good. I'm not a massive fan of key lime pie. But it's like the issues with the Chiefs right now. It's not something that can be fixed soon enough to where they can go on a run. I think it's something where you just get to the offseason and reevaluate things from there. No, I don't think the Chiefs make the playoffs. Their schedule is too tough the rest of the way. They're gonna, if the Chiefs pretty much need to win out, and they still have the Broncos, Chargers, and Texans to play. I don't think they're gonna be able to win out. All right, Cincinnati will be getting the ball first in this one, which means we get to see Joe Burrow for the first time in a long while to begin this one. Okay, yeah, buy two, get two, yeah. And also, you have the leftovers. Thanksgiving leftovers always taste great. Yeah, and it's just, they've been getting bad luck in one-score games. They went 12-0 in one-score games last year. And they're, what, 0-6 now in them? As kickoff is underway from Baltimore, going to be returned beginning from the 10. Boom out past the 25, past the 30, 35, and down to the 36. All right. See you tomorrow. And yeah, again, I'll be for those unaware, I'll be live tomorrow for Bears and Eagles. That should also be a pretty solid game. Oh yeah, Dalton Reisner, right guard for Cincy. Someone I wanted Miami to get a few years back. All right, Burrow under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. First play for Joe Burrow in about 2 months. How is it going to start off? A play action looking to throw. Rolling left, passing left, going to be caught with space. Up past the 40 and out of bounds near the 45. All right, I like just getting Burrow stuff that's simple to begin this. That's Mitchell Tinsley on the reception, as they are without T. Higgins, I believe, in this one. Yep, they are without T. Higgins, so that's a tough blow there. Also going to be without Cam Sample and Trey Hendrickson, so 2 tough losses. Yeah, all good. Burrow and shotgun back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Again, if you can tomorrow, I'm going live with 4 other games throughout this week. There's going to be plenty of time. Burrow looking to throw in 2nd and 2. Dump off right side, caught by Chase Brown. Gonna get maybe enough for the first. He broke a tackle in the backfield. Should be a gain of roughly 2. He was met like 2 yards into the backfield by Kyle Hamilton. It's not someone you typically make miss like that. Yeah. It's always funny to see, or weird to see, what is and isn't open on days like today. Burrow going to give this up the middle to Chase Brown, who has plenty of space past midfield and down to about the 46. Going to be a gain of roughly 8. Yeah. All right, Burrow under center, back behind him, 3 receivers to the left, 2nd and 3, man in motion left to right. As Burrow's going to play action and look to throw. Quick pass right side, can be caught with space. Past the 40, 35, and down to about the 31. Drew Sample on the reception. The Bengals are moving offensively. Yeah, on Sunday, we can definitely go over the insanity that you sent me. Yeah, I saw that. Man, AI is something. I saw that through Tom's community post on YouTube about it. It's been a crazy week. Burrow gonna toss this left side for Chase Brown. He's gonna get met well behind the line of scrimmage to about the 38. That's Malachi Starks on the tackle for loss, the rookie out of Georgia. There is a penalty marker down, but that's a lot. That would be a loss of about 5. Oh, it was a defensive hold-in. So 5 yards, automatic first. Since he gets saved a bit there. It was through Facebook. Of course it was on Facebook. Why am I surprised? Yeah, wasn't there also something else recently with like Perna that was AI through Facebook? All right, that's where most of that slop comes from. All right, 1st and 10 from the 27. Burrow and shotgun back to his right, looking to throw. Pass left side. The pass right side can be caught by Jamar Chase. Has room inside the 20 to about the 18. Yeah, I think there was something else. I just know that Facebook AI is like Facebook is like the mother load of just crazy AI stuff. Yeah, it's to be fair, most social medias like that are overrun by bots. Like Twitter's the same, but at least you can weed out the bots a bit better on Twitter. Burrow under center, going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to be enough for a first as Chase Brown gets to the 16-yard line, a gain of 2. This has been one of the better drives since he has had all season. No, they've had good drives in the past with Flacco. All right, 1st and 10. Exactly. So it's easier to weed. It's easier to weed them out and block them on other sites than Facebook. Burrow looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pass left side, going to be incomplete, just off the mark. Looking for Tinsley once again. Can be a 2nd and 10. Looking for Mitchell Tinsley. Yeah, that's why like Facebook has never intrigued me to like actually get into it. Social media as a whole isn't like up my alley. Again, I'm only on Twitter because that's where majority of NFL news gets posted. So I make sure so that we can stay up to date. Burrow in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the left. Going to shift the back to his left as well. Is going to hand this off up the middle for Chase Brown. He gets inside the 15 to about the 13. So 3rd and 7 coming up. I mean, unless we count Discord as a social media, then yeah, I use that a lot. But even then, like, not really. Yeah, I get that, but that's what that's also what like other subs for. All right, 3rd and 7. Burrow in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, motioning someone into the backfield to his left. Ball on the 13-yard line. Play clock winding down. Burrow to throw. Quick pass right side, dropped by Chase. I like the play call, trying to get it to Chase out in space, but just couldn't hang on to it, and they're gonna force to settle for 3. So out comes Evan McPherson for the field goal try. It was a little off the mark. He was a little bit behind Jamar Chase there. It wouldn't have worked either way, but I like the idea behind it. No, because again, like all the people responding to the bots about whatever they're making up are more often than not also bots themselves. As the 31-yard field goal is up and good for Evan McPherson, so the Bengals take the early lead. It's the same thing with like Twitter and other stuff right now, where it's like there's so many bots on there that it's getting to the point where bots are having conversation with themselves. Oh, I as someone who is going to school to study statistics right now and is like a big math guy, those posts always annoy me so much. Because it's either made purposely vague, or it's just people not understanding it. New digs? I mean, yeah, I'm in a different setup for today and tomorrow because of Thanksgiving. And then on next week, I will be back in the old one for that week. Then I'm back here. We're in that part of the NFL season where backgrounds are not going to be consistent for like a little while, for like 2 weeks. Like, I've been down here since Tuesday, so Monday was spent recording power rankings and predictions. That's why stuff might be a little, yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's that part where multiplication, division, and addition, subtraction are interchangeable. And then yeah, I don't know, it's a mess. But like those again, it's made to be engagement farming. It's made to be intentionally vague. Because again, an actual math problem will never write division that way. They'll never write it that way. They'll always make sure you know what's going to be divided by what. Well, because with if you're just writing the division symbol like that and keeping it all in a single line, It's left up to your interpretation if you're dividing the entirety right side of the division symbol by the entirety of, or the entirety of the left by the entirety of the right, or if it's just the first part after the division that is supposed to be divided by whatever's on the left side. Again, division is never written how it is in those problems because you need to know what sections are divided by what. That's why if anything's ever, that's why it's always written in fraction form. Well, yeah, it would also mandate parentheses, but a lot, like even I know myself, I do not always put parentheses, but because I'm the one writing it, I know what it means. And also, again, you're talking about people online who don't study math the same. You don't go into massive details with math, so they're thinking very surface level with stuff. Kickoff can be returned up to about the 24 or 31. Yeah, and yeah, exactly. One of those things where it's always better just to write it in fraction style instead of written out in a line. That way, there's zero possibility for confusion. Lamar under center, back and fullback behind him. Play action, looking to throw. Pass over the middle, going to be caught. Up past the 45 to about the 49. But yeah, again, that's also part of it. But like, the order of operations gets confusing when there's that up in the air with division. Lamar under center, going to hand this off to Derrick Henry, and that's going to be maybe a yard up to the 49. As a consolation. Yeah, exactly. Which, again, a fair consolation. That was a tough one for him. All right, 2nd and 8. Damn, he gave him 2 on that play. All right, ball in right about midfield. Lamar in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Going to look to throw once again. Lamar with some time. Pass left side. Caught by Isaiah Likely. Past the 45 to about the 44, maybe 43. I'm not sure if that Brown stuff is for the entire day or per stream. It might be because of that. It might be because it's an entire day thing. Henry gonna hand this off up. Lamar gonna hand this off up the middle for Derrick Henry. Will be enough for a first as he gets to about the 39. Damn. YouTube just all off the whack right now. All right, Lamar alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Ball on the plus 39. Dropping back to throw. Has some time. Gonna step to his left. Now escape right. Still looking downfield. Passing right side. Gonna be incomplete. Looking for Zay Flowers, but some good coverage there is gonna force it loose. Nearly a great catch by Flowers, but yeah, that's even better coverage. That was DJ Turner in coverage. All right. It's me too. Yeah. YouTube doesn't understand the importance of that crown. And Lamar in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna be looking to throw once again. Pressure coming, escaping to his left. Will taking himself up past the 30 and sliding down near the 33. Should be enough for a first. Yeah, that's weird how it's The way YouTube works for a lot of things, I'll never understand. That's gonna be one of them. Lamar gonna toss this left side for Derrick Henry, who has space. The 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Derrick Henry puts the Ravens on top on their opening drive with 6:33 to play. It is hard to bring him down, and the Bengals just felt that on that. Felt that on that carry. That felt like more than a 7-play drive. But either way, Derrick Henry caps it off with a 28-yard touchdown run. Yeah, great blocking on the left side. He finds a hole, and once he hits it and gets to that second level, he is a tough man to bring down. Him in these all purples that Baltimore is wearing is beautiful. I love the all purple. I understand I do understand the hesitancy towards the helmets, and especially the logo on the helmet, but I love them. The extra point from Tyler Loop is up and good. Again, YouTube's just weird right now. I don't get it. Again, I do definitely understand, especially the helmet logo that these purple helmets have. It's not the prettiest. I mean, it's the one that I'm using for the graphics and all that tonight. I do like it. So something about a front facing Raven is nice, especially when pairing it up with the Bengal head logo that I use. And for like a one-off thing, it's fair. It's fine. I'm sure if it was the same purple helmet but with their standard logo, or even like the old Shield logo that they had, it would look a bit better. But I'm still a fan. Not fair. Yeah. Yeah, the front-facing Ravens curse, but it's mainly because it has only been in use for about 2 games. It might. Liking the stream might give you more. The damn. One of these days, we'll figure out how the top fan stuff works. Just oh, that's why it recognizes the fandoms. That's Who did the Rams play this week? I just thought of that. Isn't it why is sports? I played NBA. That's a 1 o'clock game, right? Yeah, it's against Carolina. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, the top fans also somehow syncs with the NFL fandom, so it goes by division if everything's tied. Just coming back from commercial break. It has the XP thing has to be random. It has to be. Kickoff can be returned, muffed and picked up at about the 18. Returned out past the 25, 30, and brought down near the 33. It resets every stream. Yeah, it's there's like no information on that. Cool. Burrow under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on their own 33. Play action looking to throw. Pressure coming and sacked. Back at the 25. It's Marlon Humphrey off the corner blitz and a 2nd and long coming up. Yeah, there's a ton with YouTube's chatting that I want to dive more into and figure out, but it's just trying to find ways to do that feels near impossible. Burrow in shotgun back to his left, looking to throw in 2nd and 17. Pass right side, going to be off the mark for Jamar Chase. He had a step. If that ball's on target, it might be 6. Instead, it's a 3rd and 17. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm already off with predictions this week as well. I got the first 2 wrong, picking the Lions and the Chiefs. 3rd and 17, Burrow in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Play clock winding down, and they're going to have to call a timeout, as they were not going to get that snap off in time. Yeah, it's a rough start for predictions for me. I'm gonna hope that Sunday goes a bit better, and then I get tomorrow's right. I forgot that Cooper Rush is in Baltimore, even though he played earlier this year. Damn, Ben Cleveland was a coach's decision? All right, 3rd and 17, 5:40 to play in the first. Burrow in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. Gonna need the 43-yard line to keep the drive going. Burrow to throw. Dump off right side, caught but has space. Past the 30, down to about the 35. So not enough for Samaje Perine on the reception, and the Bengals will punt. Yeah, I do legitimately think the Titans have a chance in that game. Jacksonville is such a hit or miss team. It feels near impossible to predict how they're going to play. And I think that Tennessee just has a very solid base where they can take advantage of mistakes if made. Punt comes off clean, going to take multiple Bengals bounces as it's down at the 14-yard line. So we head to commercial break, and the Ravens will start from there. Respect for playing with the doorstop. Well, if it depends. I assume they're like hitting it against the floor or the wall in some way. And when you're kind of like not fully paying attention with it, yeah. And at commercial break. Yeah, reports about because St. Brown got hurt during the morning game. Dan Campbell saying it's not does not feel like a long-term injury, which is great news for the Lions. The Lions and Cowboys is next week. That game's gonna be fantastic. So like firecrackers, yeah, or like the Poppets. Those are always fun. Didn't YouTube change their CEOs recently? Yet still no one recognizes that for some reason. Yeah, that would be very fair. Still at commercial break. We await the next Ravens drive. Will start from their own 14-yard line. Hunt down the Charger. All right, just getting back from commercial break. But yeah, dude, the Winter Olympics are coming up. And all I really care about for that is hockey. It's going to be great. Lamar under center, back and fullback behind him. Ball on their own 14. Just under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Gonna hand this off left side for Derrick Henry. He is met pretty instantly. Gonna lose about half a yard. Yeah, charge that phone. I have a friend who I think at this point he's doing it to piss me off, but he constantly lets his phone get close to like 10% or less every time we start talking. And I'm just like, I'm constantly like, charge your phone. Yeah, Derrick Henry about 400 yards away from becoming a top 10 rushing yard leader in NFL history. Lamar in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right, going to look to throw. Pass right side, caught by Flowers, going to get maybe a yard or 2. And it'll be a 3rd and 9 coming up. Oh yeah, it is a really nice helmet. Like I'm kind of shocked it took the Ravens as long as it did for them to get a purple helmet. It just the purple with the gold accents. It looks so good. Lamar in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. 3rd and 9 from their own 15. Play clock winding down. Get the snap off in time as Lamar looks to throw. Pressure coming, trying to escape. Ball comes loose, and Cincy has it at the 3. The Cincy defense making a play? What timeline are we in? As it's Bengals ball inside the 5 at the 3, thanks to the Lamar Jackson fumble. What world? Cincy's defense making a big time play early on in this one. Does that count as a Lamar Jackson tackle? There's someone online that someone keep up with. They have a fantasy league where if a quarterback gets a tackle, it's 100 points. If that counts as a Lamar Jackson tackle. AFC North After Dark is just the NFL version of the Pac-12 After Dark, it feels. I can't stand my phone being too low battery either. Burrow looks to throw in 1st and goal, and there's going to be... everyone thought there was a whistle to stop the play. Apparently not. 2nd and goal coming up. Pass was thrown out the back of the end zone. Yeah, it bothers me as well. For the most part, I like sitting around 20% as the lowest. I mean, in multiple times through streams, I've gone it up to get a charging brick to make sure I have my phone charged. Yeah, Burrow in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Give up the middle for Pirine. He's gonna get about a yard or so. 3rd and goal coming up. The Bengals just come out here tonight and completely stonewalled this Ravens offense. They end up winning like 35-7 or some shit. Or it gets 38-7. That would be funny. Yeah. Or are you hypothesizing that the top fan thing is based off of chat raid? Maybe. Burrow in shotgun, tight end in the backfield to his left, looking to throw in 3rd and goal. Rolling left to buy some time, still looking. Pass is going to be incomplete at the front pylon. And the Bengals, upon getting first and goal from the 2, go 3 and out. And we'll see if the offense stays on the field. Yeah, good coverage there. Yeah, it did not work. Well, also, I think it's because the bots can get like 5 messages in a second. All right, offense is staying on the field. Burrow in shotgun, back to his right. Going to be looking to throw. Pass left side is off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Mike Gesicki, the former Dolphin, and the Ravens defense now makes their own big time plays as the Bengals, with first and goal from the 2 maybe 3 yard line, go 4 and out to end up with nothing on the board. That is insane. It was a hand. It's Layden. Next time I'm in this setup, Layden will be 10 times better. Actually, do I have? No, it's in Orlando. Part of it is just I have like, I'm gonna have like more ways to have Layden. Yeah, it's just tough. Like that was Cincy's chance to really get momentum, and they have 3 incompletions and a 1 yard carry. I mean, I get you're not really a running team, but you have to run it more than just once from inside the 5. And like, it wasn't even a handoff to Chase Brown. It was to Samaje Perine. Just not great play calling. And it'll be first and 10 for Baltimore from their own 2. Like that's it's still early on in this game. We're still in the first quarter. Like that is a game changing, or like it's a game defining series. It's so Burrow was asked this before the game, and his idea was, I'm getting paid all this money to play football. And it's on a special day for families. I might as well be out there and try and give kids like special memories and whatnot. So it's a fair reasoning. I think the deeper reasoning is that Zach Taylor and that coaching staff is coaching for their jobs right now, and they are very desperate to be able to try and just make the season worth something by week 17 and 18. So they're gonna throw Burrow out there and see what happens. If it's the case, if Zach Taylor knew his job was safe for next year, he would probably lean towards sitting Burrow and not force him back like this. But because there's a non-zero chance of him getting fired at season's end, he needs Burrow to come in and kind of turn things around. Is that as well? If you get a big paycheck like that, you gotta play as long as you can. Handoff up the middle to Derrick Henry is gonna get nothing stuffed at the line. Yeah, well, Kirk Cousins was the exception because he was never intended to be a long-term answer for Atlanta at quarterback. Otherwise they would not have drafted Michael Penix when they did. But also at the same time, why pay Cousins all that money if you know he's not going to be the starter after a season? That's just Atlanta being Atlanta. Lamar in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right, looking to throw. Pass over the middle is going to be off the mark and incomplete. Looking for DeAndre Hopkins on a slant. It's 3rd and 10 with 1:50 to play in the first. Gourmet. Yeah, that's about right. Gourmet mid. That is a pretty good way to reward Kirk Cousins. Because like if he's in a good situation, he can be a very serviceable starting quarterback. The issue is he's on Atlanta, and they're not a serviceable situation or a good situation. Lamar in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. 3rd and 10 from their own 2. Looking to throw once again. Pass left side. Gonna be just too high for Zay Flowers. And the Ravens go 3 and out. Zay Flowers was open. Lamar put just too much into it. And he couldn't hang on to the one-handed attempt. And they're gonna have to punt from deep in their own end zone. Yeah, that's a throw that Lamar Jackson wants back. Flowers is wide open there. All right, so punting from the back of his own end zone. There's movement before the snap. We'll see what they call this. They might be able to get some breathing room here. JJ McCarthy does not have a similar skill set to Kirk Cousins, and also it's kind of a different era of team. No, it's false start on Baltimore. Half the distance, replay 4th. JJ McCarthy's skill set is he can't do what Kirk Cousins does, or at least what Kirk Cousins was able to do in Minnesota. Cousins has a better arm and better arm strength than McCarthy does. And Minnesota's a team that, with Justin Jefferson, you're gonna be pushing the ball down the field quite a bit. Punt comes off clean, gonna be returned beginning from the 40. Room down the left side past the 45 and down to the 46. Yeah, it's just talent. I mean, you look back at that Michigan team that won the national championship. It was not because of JJ McCarthy. They won with him, but he wasn't the guy getting them over the top. Well, he's technically second year, but yeah, no, he's more so a rookie. I think part of it is he missed all of last year due to injury, and that's not helping him. He's missed parts of this year due to injury, so that's also going against him. But I also just think that Minnesota's a team that wants to be more pass heavy and wants to push the ball down the field because of the weapons they have. JJ McCarthy is not a quarterback that you can do that with. He's someone that, he can push the ball down the field if needed, but he likes to live in the intermediate and short yardage range. That was the bread and butter in Michigan, because they had a great ground game to depend on. Handoff left side for Chase Brown on 1st and 10 is going to get about a yard or 2. Seattle's not going to swap quarterbacks. I think a better landing spot, weirdly enough, for McCarthy would have been Atlanta. I think he would have liked being with Bijan and Algier. Burrow in shotgun, looking to throw in 2nd and 9. Dump off right side, caught by Sample, gonna get past midfield to about the 49. And I do think I think Penix would be a little bit better in Minnesota. Weirdly enough, if they swap, I'll be very interested to see if they swap quarterbacks, how things would play out. Or even like if Minnesota had pretty much any of the other quarterbacks from that draft class, I think they would be in a better situation. Just because of play style. Maybe not Caleb Williams. Penalty before the 3rd and 6 play is going to be a false start. With 17 seconds left in the quarter, it can be a 3rd and 11 coming up for Cincy. Dalton Reisner called for the false start. All right, Burrow in shotgun, the back to his left, tight end in the backfield to his right. 3rd and 11, and they're going to let this clock run. 15 minutes in the books. That's the end of the first quarter. Ravens up 7-3 off of a 28-yard Derrick Henry touchdown run on their opening drive of the game. And we'll see how the first half wraps up. 3rd and 11 awaits Cincinnati. Yeah, I get that. I get that. My family as well is full of loud talkers at times. Love them, but man, they're it's like one conversation will start and then another will start and they go a little bit louder and just end up being progressively louder conversations. As we're at commercial break for the end of the first quarter. Yeah, soda on an empty stomach does also suck. Also, try to avoid like typical Cokes because of commercials and stuff. But yeah, there's I have a standard like bottled Diet Coke with me as well because I knew I was gonna finish that one quickly. Because the glass bottled Coca-Colas taste so much better. They taste so much better. And then I know because the reason why is they use cane sugar instead of the processed and artificial stuff. I believe there's reports that they're gonna start using the glass bottled formula for the plastic bottles ones. Which if that's the case, I'm fine for it. Like, that's perfect. I doubt it, but that would be great. Because yeah, they are expensive, but they're so good. All right, just getting back from commercial break. The second quarter going to be underway here in Baltimore. All right, Burrow and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. 3rd and 11 from the 46. Going to look to throw. Has some time. Rolling to his right to buy more. Burrow passing. Going to be caught along the sideline by Jamar Chase. A gain of 13 and a first down for Cincy. Yeah. It's a highly recommend. Because like I know there's some like restaurants and like there's some restaurants and places that sell the glass bottle ones as well. Wouldn't be surprised if they're as equally expensive. But yeah, when you have the chance to get them over the standard bottled stuff. Burrow and shotgun back to his right. Play action looking to throw. Has time. Dump off right side. Going to be incomplete. Looking for Drew Sample. Could not hang on through the contact. And a 2nd and 10 coming up. Yeah, the cans are good as well. It's been a while since I've had canned Coca-Cola and stuff. It's been a while. I would imagine those would probably taste the same as the bottle, actually. I was gonna say maybe they taste better because they're not in the plastic, but who knows. Handoff up the middle to some IGP run. Gonna get up to about the 35 before being brought down. A 3rd and roughly 4 coming up. Oh, does it? I haven't had RC. I'm not sure if Florida gets RC cola. Now Florida is weird with some of the products they get, especially South Florida. It's either like very generic stuff or or it's like lean in Hispanic. Burrow rolling right, gonna pass this right side, gonna be caught close to the first, but I don't think he'll get enough. Nope, they're ruling Noah Fant short, gonna be a 4th and 1. Yeah, so like we get a lot of there, like in the grocery stores, there's a lot of Hispanic sodas, and they can be really good if you get the right flavor in. But at the same time, very few things beat the glass bottled Cokes to me. All right, offense going to stay on the field for Cincy as they QB sneak this, and it should be enough for the first on 4th and 1. Yep, they're going to give him 2. I wouldn't be surprised if the cans are worse after like thinking about it a bit, because the metal they use for the cans is not a very strong metal. So it probably leaks into the soda a bit. It could be in Florida. I just haven't seen it, I don't think. I also don't pay attention too much to the soda aisle. Burrow looks at throwing 1st and 10. Pass left side, gonna be incomplete. Looking for Jamar Chase. Pass was a bit behind. Yeah, it's a decision, but it's one that worked. And also, again, his injury was a turf toe. It's not like it was upper bodied stuff. That's kind of more concerning for a QB sneak. I'm sure Burrow gets final call on whatever play it is. So Burrow in shotgun back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw once again. Has time, going deep, right side for the end zone. Oh, he had him. Mitchell Tinsley was wide open in the end zone. Burrow missed him long because Tinsley led up on the route. Yeah, he's going to the bench. Tinsley's going to get benched for the rest of this drive. Oh, he beats Humphrey on the double move, but he led up. Keep running, man. You have to keep running there. Yeah, he's on the bench. Burrow in shotgun. Going to look to throw a shovel pass forward to some IGP. Ryan's going to get about 5. It's a 4th and 5 with 12 minutes to play in the half. Joe overthrow was crazy because that is not on Joe Burrow at all. One of the number one rules of a receiver is to not stop running. And that's exactly what Tinsley did. He started jogging on that route for no reason. And it cost them 6. Evan McPherson on for the 42-yard kick from the right hash to make this a 1-point game, with roughly 11.5 to play in the first half. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle. Oh yeah, no, the Cincy season's definitely over after that. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's... Tinsley needs to keep running. Tinsley is getting a chance in this game because of the injury to T. Higgins. And to have a touchdown easily available to you and not get it like that sucks. But we're at commercial break. That's a play they want back. Lane Kiffin tweeted out the Thanksgiving table spread. Yeah, he's not staying in Ole Miss. We'll see though. The Egg Bowl is tomorrow. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, the Egg Bowl. It's what the rivalry between Ole Miss and Mississippi State is called in college football. There's a lot of fun names for college football rivalries. There's the Egg Bowl for that one. The Iron Bowl is Alabama Auburn. UCF and USF used to be called the War on I-4. I know there's the War on I-37. I don't remember exactly who that's between though. The Sunshine Showdown is a three-way rivalry between Miami, Florida, and FSU. UCF and UConn tried to have a rivalry going. Well, UConn did. It was called the Civil Conflict. And it was like the FL and civil, not spelled correctly. And it was it was called the Civil Conflict, but they completely botched the spelling, I guess. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from about the 6 up to about the 30. Oh yeah, the Cheez-It Bowl. That's not a rivalry game though. That's just a standard bowl game. Same with the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Yeah, the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Yeah, you got the Pop-Tart Bowl where the winning team of that bowl game eats a giant Pop-Tart mascot. That's a personal favorite. All right, ball on the 31 to begin this drive. Lamar under center, back and fullback behind him. 11:15 to play in the first half. Going to play action and look to throw. Pass left side, going to be just too far outside for Mark Andrews. Couldn't hang on to the slide in reception. 2nd and 10. Yes, I do not post on TikTok. I have a TikTok. I don't post on there. Yeah, the Mayo Bowl. That one's great. I think there's also an egg, or at least there was an eggnog bowl where the same thing happened. Lamar in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion, right to left, going to look to throw. Has time, pass left side, caught by Andrews, going to get up past the 35 to about the 37, maybe 36. So a 3rd and 4 coming up, just about. What are some other fun ones? There's like 80 bowl games. Hard to keep track. What sucks is, there's the Fenway Bowl, which is played in Fenway Park. There's the Pinstripe Bowl, played in Yankee Stadium. There's a ton of bowl games played in other stadiums like that. Lamar in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and 4 from their own 37-ish. Going to look to throw. Since he sends pressure, Lamar rolling to his right to buy some time. Still looking, trying to get the sideline well and going to get the first down. Gain of about 5 or 6. Yeah, the bad boy mowers bowl. Jeez, that's a mouthful for me for some reason. Yeah, I think isn't that the Pinstripe Bowl? Because it's like the Pinstripe Bowl brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers, right? Yeah. Lamar looking to throw. 1st and 10. Has time. Pass left side. Going for it. And it's incomplete. Just too high for a leaping Tez Walker. And it's 2nd and 10. It's a mowing company like John Deere. They sell like lawn mowers and lawn stuff. again, when it comes to college football bowl games, the sponsor doesn't fully matter. Especially for ones that like don't associate the sponsor with it anyway. Lamar looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Dump off right side. Can he be caught with space past midfield and down to about the 45? Should be enough for a first. It is Keaton Mitchell on the reception. Wow, that would be... What are some other ones? First and 10, Lamar gonna hand this off right side for Mitchell. Gonna get about a yard or two. I would say so. I mean, I think it depends on the situation. In the case of wildflowers, no, it does not, because it was deserved. Oh yeah, the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. That's always fun. All right, 2nd and 9. Lamar in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Ball on about the 44-yard line. Lamar looking to throw. Has time, stepping up, trying to find space. Pass over the middle, caught by Likely with room. 20, 15, 10, 5, hurdling. Isaiah Likely fumbles, and it's out the back of the end zone. What's the ruling? They're saying touchdown now. It took him a second. Isaiah Likely, 44 yards to the house, and the Ravens extend this lead. No. Wait, no, did... Do me replay again. That's a fumble. That's a fumble at the back of the end zone. What a... Cincy's defense is making plays tonight. It'll be a touchback and Cincy's ball from the 20 as that definitely comes loose before crossing the plane. And it goes out of bounds in the end zone. That is... They're heading to commercial break as they're still reviewing this, but I'm pretty confident in saying that's a fumble at the back of the end zone. Yeah, Tony the Tiger has a bowl game sponsorship. It's fun. It's played in UTEP's stadium in El Paso, which is a beautiful stadium with the mountain backdrop. It's great. Yeah, what a way for that drive to end. They're hurdling. And yep, there's the quick overturn. He tried to hurdle, and Jordan Battle knocked the ball loose 2 inches before it crossed the plane. So Burrow in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle for Chase Brown's going to find space to about the 23. Penalty marker down. That's a great hustle play from Jordan Battle to knock that ball loose. Hold in on Cincy's the penalty on first down. Yeah, that's definitely one. Oh, hurdling is just jumping over someone. So there was a Bengal who tripped and was kind of not fully standing up. So Isaiah Likely tried to jump over him. And he did it successfully, but because of that, it slowed his momentum a bit, and Battle was able to catch up and knock it loose. All right, 1st and 20 after the hold-in. Burrow in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the left. Man in motion, left to right. They're going to end around this one for Chase Brown, who has space past the 15 and down to about the 17. Maybe, 17-yard line. It's still definitely a play you have to see visually, because it's crazy. Yeah, being showy doesn't always work. But when it does, it's fantastic. Yeah. But again, like if he didn't fumble there, that's a sick highlight. Burrow in shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. 2nd and 12 from the roughly 18-yard line. Going to look to throw once again. Pass right side caught by Gesicki, and he has space to about the 29. Going to be just short of the first. 3rd and 1 coming up. Yeah, be showy when it's safe. AKA, I mean, Deshaun Jackson is the one who gets pointed out the most for the fumbling too soon stuff and dropping the ball before the end zone. But some of Deshaun Jackson's celebrations are also great to watch when it actually does work. All right, 3rd and 1. Burrow under center. Now going to go into shotgun. Back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Play clock winding down. They get the snap off as they give this up the middle for P. Ryan. He's going to get enough for the first up to about the 32. Also, another college football bowl game that I like a lot is the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. They play for is that one where they dump a thing of potatoes on the coach, or am I thinking of something else? Either way, it's a great bowl game because it's played in Boise State Stadium, so it's on the blue turf. Burrow in shotgun back to his left, looking to throw in 1st and 10. Has time, passing deep, right side for Chase. What a catch from Jamar Chase to the 25. Through the contact with Marlon Humphrey. Jamar Chase, man. Ooh, that's a beauty of a catch. He is. The Bengals surely missed him last week. That is a beaut. All right, Burrow and shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle for Chase Brown. Gonna get to about the 20. Oh yeah, but the Colts are in such a weird spot right now. Like Daniel Jones was reported he's dealing with a fibula injury in his left leg. And they have a very tough schedule coming up. They're gonna be a very interesting team to watch. Oof. Hey, that sucks, but it's still probably not. Still probably a better gritty attempt than what Mike Gesicki did in Miami, his final year there. Burrow looking to throw, and they're gonna call this play dead. False start. Gonna be called against Orlando Brown. Yeah, Mike Gesicki's gritty attempts in Miami were not fun. All right, not commercial break. Waiting for the 2nd and 10 play. Burrow and shotgun, back to his right, tight end in the backfield to his left. Looking to throw, pass right side is off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Jamar Chase. Third and 10. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, those family trips always come with fun stories to tell. That's great. Burrow looking to throw in 3rd and 10. Has time. Pass right side. Going to be caught along the sideline. Who else but Jamar Chase? Up to about the 10. Will be a 1st and goal, Cincy. He's tough to stop. Oh yeah, it's in full. That connection's in full force tonight, and I am not surprised. Especially with T. Higgins being out, you already knew that connection was going to have to be in full force. It has been going great. Burrow and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. First and goal from roughly the 10. Going to look to throw once again. Pressure coming. Burrow, pass end zone, just too high, incomplete. Looking for Mike Gesicki in the back of the end zone. It will be a 2nd and goal. Yeah, YouTube's also messing up on my end as well with the chat. Keeps randomly disconnecting and reconnecting me. Don't get it. Yeah, I forgot that Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg sponsor a bowl in Arizona for college football. Burrow and shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle for Samaje Perine. Trying to bounce it right side. Going to be brought down for a gain of roughly 4. No, you did not tell me about that. What? Jeez. Hey, Rob Gronkowski sponsors a college football bowl game. All right, 3rd and goal for Cincy. 2:50 to play in the first half. Burrow and shotgun back to his right. The tight end in the backfield to his left. Ball on the 6-yard line. Burrow looks to throw. Ravens send 3. Pass right side, going to be off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Jamar Chase in the end zone, but tight coverage there from Nate Wiggins. And it's a 4th and goal from the 6 with 2:40 to play in the first half. Yeah. That's... All right, the 24-yard kick from Evan McPherson on the right hash. To give Cincy the lead, it is up and is right down the middle. Oof. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, construction is never fun to deal with. There was one of the semesters this past, like I think it was last year at this point, there was constant construction going on during a class time I had. Annoying as hell. It wasn't other side of the wall level, but I was being a jackhammer. Like some construction can be relatively soothing depending on the person. Like a jackhammer, hell no. Damn. At the crack of dawn, that's some. Well, crack of dawn in Minnesota would be what, like 7 a.m., maybe 6. That's early in the morning to have to be. I mean, I kind of get it, but at the same time, that's. Was there at least like a diner relatively close by? Because at that point, might as well get some food. Get a head start on breakfast. Is there still that commercial break? Okay, but yeah, hotel breakfast can be good still. Depends on the hotel, because I've been to some hotel chains that don't serve a good morning breakfast. And yeah, instantly going back to sleep, that's fair. I don't know, at that point for me, I still probably would have had something to eat, then go back to bed. Because might as well. I was like, what time would like hotel breakfast open at? Probably like 8 actually. So yeah. Probably no other option. Alright, just coming back from commercial break. It's a back to back nights of no sleep. That is, yeah, no. At that point, you definitely just go back to bed and don't wake up till like 4 p.m. Yeah. All right, 2:36 to play in the first half. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 6 yard line. Gets up past the 25, past the 30, down to about the 34. Yeah, I haven't stayed up like that pretty much ever, I don't think. Closest was for senior year of high school. The seniors get given a free trip to Universal Studios. Well, not free trip, but you get a trip to Universal Studios where they rent out the park till like 3 or 4 a.m. for your school and like two others in the area. So that was a fun experience. Lamar looking to throw in first and 10. Pass right side going to be well overthrown, looking for Rashard Bateman. But yeah, it's a much different staying up really late experience. All right, second and 10. Yeah, it's not even halftime yet. Does not feel like him. Lamar and shotgun back to his right. Two receiving options to each side. Ball on their own 34-yard line. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. Lamar escaping. Trying to buy some time. Rolling left now. Still looking. Going to try and flip the field and now throw in over the middle. That's caught by Lakely. Past the 40 and down to about the 36. All right. He makes up a bit for the fumble on the previous drive. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in the first half. It's first and 10 from the plus 36, so they completely flipped the field there. The Ravens down by 2. Let's see how this drive finishes out. Yeah. Yeah, but again, at that point, like, after it's taken care of, everything's and all seems fine. Yeah, you go right back to bed and pass out. And again, don't tell everyone don't wake me up until absolutely have to. Yes, I could not imagine pulling technically what that'd be technically two all nighters like that. I don't know. Okay. Ooh, that yeah. That's probably a hassle in itself. Then so I had a friend that was also type 1 diabetic. We went on a camping trip one time, and the fellow campers because we there was like a campground, so there's other people there aside from just the friend group. They did not like us because he had to change his insulin, and we threw the old one into the campfire and just let it explode. That was yeah. We didn't we did not we were not liked by the other people camping that night. Yeah, and at least the assistants were willing to do that because I at select airports you can find some real assholes that wouldn't. Yeah. All right, Lamar in shotgun back to his left as we're just getting back from commercial break. 2 receiving options to each side, looking to throw. Has some time, stepping up, launching one deep, left side for the end zone. It's Zay Flowers. The 36-yard touchdown. The Ravens are back on top. There is a penalty down now at around the goal line. No shot this is OPI, right? Oh, it's offensive pass interference. It's offensive pass interference, and I call BS. That is such a bad call. There's barely any pushing going on there. Yeah, exactly. We threw so many things on the fire that night. It got to a point where like the other 2 people we were with went to bed. So we just stayed up an extra like 2-3 hours lighting stuff on fire. We threw potato chips in there. Those made a nice mini explosion because of all the oil in them. Lamar in shotgun back to his right, looking to throw in 1st and 20. Pass left side, caught by DeAndre Hopkins. Going to get those 10 yards right back. Yeah. That sucks. But yeah, at least you had everything else. And again, they were quick with it. Yeah, because of how much oil are on most brands of potato chips. It's great. Play action looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Lamar has time. Pass right side is going to be off the mark and incomplete. Closest Raven was DeAndre Hopkins, but he threw it in between 2 of them. To the point where ESPN is saying that was intended for Isaiah Likely. Sure. Either way, it's incomplete. Yeah. Hey, being prepared for it, that's nice. Yeah, I took a trip to Boston this past summer. And that was fun. Boston's nice, man. You go at the right time of year, Boston's really nice. 3rd and 10. Pressure comes quick, and Lamar is stacked. Back at the 46. And that might have pushed him out of field goal range. Yeah, that probably also helped as well. Yep, happy Thanksgiving. And with that sack, Cincy will call their 2nd timeout. Try and get the ball back here. Tyler Loop has a bit of a leg to him. It's gonna, yeah, they're probably gonna stay ball on the 45. So it would make this a 62-yard kick to the point where, yeah, they're gonna stand out the field goal unit. Oh, do it. Yeah. Yeah, so out comes the punting unit. Baltimore gets nothing out of that. Punt comes off clean. It's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Cincy will begin from the 20, and it was Baltimore that called the timeout after the sack. What? Why? What? Okay. We head to commercial break with 1:35 to play in the first half. Oh, cool. I'm getting constantly disconnected from chat. Love YouTube right now. Oh yeah, well that's how does it what how AI is in no. We had a talk during the early the first game about AI, because there was a Google AI commercial, and it's just it's not in a spot right now where it should be going to the public. Oh yeah. Yeah, waiting for the bubble to pop. That's a good way to put it. Like eventually, it's going to like find its purpose. It's in a spot right now where they're trying to make it something it's not. Yeah, so I didn't actually read the Thanksgiving part of the prompt. It used fill in. We're back onto the crowd. All right, just getting back from commercial break. A minute 35 to play in the first half. Yeah, I got you. All right, Burrow and shotgun back to his right. Two receivers to each side. Handoff up the middle for Chase Brown. He has space past the 30 and down to the 32. A minute 20. Cincy going hurry up. A Burrow and shotgun back to his left. Three receivers to the right. Ball roughly to 31. Gonna look to throw. And there's gonna be a stoppage that whistles the play dead for a false start against Cincy. A minute 13 remains in the first half. It's Orlando Brown again. His second false start against this game. Burrow looking to throw in first and 15. Pressure coming. Dump off left side to Chase Brown. Has space. Gonna get about 6. That I'm sure with enough just telling them the prompts and stuff, we'll get it. But yeah, that's yeah. That's weird. Burrow and shotgun back to his left. Three receiving options to the right. Looking to throw in second and 10. Has time. Pass over the middle. Gonna be caught to the 47. It's Mitchell Tinsley. And a timeout's gonna be called. Yeah. I think that's the key thing that people don't fully understand with AI. It's that it doesn't process words, and it doesn't process what you're saying to it the same way. There's something that's really simple for us. It's actually like 20,000 back end algorithms that go into trying to figure out what you're trying to say, despite it being like a simple phrase. Yeah, word calculator is not a bad way to put it. It's constantly being trained, so it's like it has like a if see this, look for this, if not look for this other thing. So then it just keeps doing those until it gets to where there's no other branching paths it can go down. And so since he called their second time out, it's first and 10 for First and 10, Burrow pass left side. Gonna be incomplete. Looking for Tinsley once again. Couldn't hang on through the contact of the ground. The ball did not survive the ground. That's the best way I like to put it. It most likely is going letter by letter with the probability. It's either that or it's going length. It either goes letter by letter or it goes length with alphabet order in certain spots. Burrow looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Pass over the middle going to be incomplete as the hit forced an errant pass. 3rd and 10. Yeah. But I don't think it's can ever get to a point of word comprehension without the risk of it becoming too advanced. So it's never gonna be I don't think it ever will be in a complete spot. Yeah, and it also only knows what it has been trained on in the past. It takes a long time for it to learn new things. Yeah. Burrow looking to throw in 3rd and 10. Has time passing deep. Left side going to be incomplete. Looking for Jamar Chase. Very nice coverage there along the sideline. And the Bengals are going to have to punt. Hey, I like it. 3rd and 10. Gave you guy a one-on-one chance. Just really good coverage. So the Ravens have 2 timeouts. And just under 40 seconds to work here after the punt. Punt comes off clean. It's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Yeah. Exactly. And that new tech is when we get into like things becoming if there is a possibility of that becoming a thing, we're talking decades down the line, most likely. Yeah, it's not something that we should strive for. It's something that one person's gonna be like, I'm gonna try and do this, and then they go and because they're a little bit mad. You can call it ALM. I would probably prefer to call it Skynet because that would get towards that portion. We'll be venturing towards that era when we get to a point where AI can understand word, can have proper comprehension skills. All right, at commercial break. Yeah, exactly. I'll be getting paid a ton of money to make something that could end a lot of the population, but I'll be fine, so I don't care how the impacts of it. So at the same time, there is good precedent of creators of devices that ended up being used for negativity, like either not having that intention or being disgusted by that use. Like the person who created dynamite. Like dynamite was not intended to be it was not intended to be used often. It was dynamite that ended up turning into like a lot of the grenades and stuff we see. Like he was disgusted about it turning towards that, but his initial intention was like for it to be like a legitimately useful tool. Have it understand the class system. That would be funny. an AI that tries to take over the world, not through Terminator style, but by trying to remove the class system and politics. Honestly, make that a movie. Get on it, James Cameron. Lamar looking to throw in 1st and 10 from the 20. Has time, pump faking, gonna fumble, and since he has it, Lamar. What? He pump faked. The ball slipped out of his hand. He went to pump fake and the ball slipped. He's praying they ruled out a forward pass. It's just a tuck. It's the tuck rule. It's the goddamn tuck rule. We're back in 2002 or 2001, whenever that happened. He better hope that's ruled a forward pass, because that's an insane fumble. If it is one, the ball slips out of his hands on a pump fake. It's legit just a tuck rule. Because his arm is looking like it's going back towards his chest when it comes out, and yeah, it's being ruled a fumble. Cincy ball at about the 18. The 3rd turnover of this half for the Ravens. They're lucky to only be down 2 right now. The third fumble of the half. Burrow and shotgun, a back to each side. Or back to the left, a tight end in the backfield to the right. Ball on the +19, looking to throw. Burrow pass left side, caught by Brown, gonna get about 3 or 4. This game is nearing 49ers Panthers level of drunk. It is nearing that level. The table's a disaster. It can't be that bad of a disaster. Yeah, Hardball's not a... Is it really? Damn. Burrow and shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. 2nd and 6. Pass left side. Looking for Noah Fant. And there's miscommunication. Burrow was expecting Fant to just get to the sticks and get out of bounds near the sideline. Fant made the turn out and then turned it up the field a bit. And it's a 3rd and 6 because of it. Again, yeah, there being no room for for everyone's plates and stuff is a disaster. But that just means there's a ton of food. Which I would be fine with. Burrow looking to throw in 3rd and 6. Pass left side, end zone. Incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in bounds. Mitchell Tinsley makes a nice catch, but it's out of bounds. And the Bengals go 3 and out. Yeah, he's out of bounds. And the ball also does touch the ground. Okay, so it's incomplete. It's just stuff. Damn. Okay, never mind. That is bad then. If it was just completely full to the brim of food, that would be a different story. All right, Evan McPherson on for the 33-yard kick from the left hash. It is an extra point, basically. It is up, and it is right down the middle. The Bengals now have had first down has had this drive started from inside the 20 twice off of fumbles. They got 3 points out of those 2 drives. They should be up by so much more. It's just stuff. Yeah, no. Then it's, yeah, no. With it being just stuff, I'm out. The Ravens do get ball to begin the second half, so they're sitting relatively fine. But man, this game should be so much more in Cincy's favor. Why are they showing the Derrick Jeter flip play? What? What's the... Yeah, it's to the point where ESPN Analytics only have Cincy with a 53% chance to win this game. It should be so much more. The Bengals should be up by at least 8 right now. But that 4th and goal. All right, kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from inside the 5 at the 4, up past the 30, down to the 32. There's 4 seconds remaining in the half. They're just going to need this one at halftime, I assume. Again, Ravens get ball to begin the second half. And this was a 9-point second quarter from Cincy to take the lead. And it wasn't even a good 9 points. All right, there's the kneel down. We're heading to halftime. 1 half of play in the books, and the Ravens are lucky to only be down by 5. Yeah, exactly. It's by not scoring touchdowns in those situations is what's going to cost Cincy. If they find the end zone, especially on... If they find the end zone, especially on that first fumble, that's one that you should be able to find the end zone on. If they do it there, this is a completely different game. I think it'll be fun to see Burrow win this one. But at the same time, I kind of need the Ravens to win because I need them to win the division because they have the head-to-head advantage over Miami. Yeah, like it's the play calling on that series right after the first fumble made no sense when it happened. It's gonna cost them. Oh yeah, because you started Lamar Jackson this week. Dude, T-Fox, you need to bench Lamar Jackson for the rest of the season. I forgot you started him in fantasy. Dude, it's not his season. Bro, Mahomes is your other quarterback. Just play him, man. Someone else has Caleb Williams in this league. This was T-Fox. This was the right week. They're going against Cincy's defense, one of the worst defenses in the league, and he's fumbled twice. This was the week. There's not going to be many chances to play a bottom 5 defense this season. Besides, they play Cincy again in 2 weeks. So maybe you're holding out for that. Well, this Baltimore schedule, hold on. It's Pittsburgh next week, Cincy, New England, Green Bay, and Pittsburgh. That is a tough way to end this season. God damn, Baltimore. Who did you piss off at the NFL to make this your schedule? Yeah, trading him for Drake May is a solid choice. So I'm kind of shocked no one has picked up Drake May yet in fantasy. Yeah. Should probably do it before Bob Flash does, because he has Flacco as his other quarterback. He's gonna drop him in a heartbeat next week. True. Patriots are evil. That's why I'm gonna be rooting for the Giants on Monday night. I think it would also be poetic. Yeah, there's another halftime show. The halftime shows have been good today so far. Has there been a player to play for all teams in the division before? I know there's been multiple that have gotten 3. Flacco has gotten 3. Ryan Fitzpatrick got 3 in the East. Frank Gore got 3 in the East. Uh, who would like? Has Josh Johnson played for all teams in the division yet? Like who? Like it's gonna be those journeymen who would have. No, but he is someone who's gotten 3 in the AFC North. He's gotten all but Pittsburgh as well. Yeah, but I feel like you need to have played for that for it to count. No player has played for every team in a modern NFL division. That has yet to happen. Or at least like yeah, played. Because there's been guys that have been on like practice squads and stuff, but I don't count those. Sam Darnold might have actually. I don't. He would have been like in relief. I can double check. Also, want I do also want to double check something else. Uh. Oh yeah, he did get game action in San Francisco. He started one game for them. I do not remember that game. Another name is good old Robert Tunyon. As he's played for the Packers, Bears, and Vikings, but he has not played. He's not gotten game action for the Lions yet. He was on their practice squad early on in his career. But again, it doesn't count if you don't get game action for them. It, yeah, that does sound about right. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. That was what 23. Yeah. No, he lost his one start. Was it? Yep, it was week 18 against the Rams. Yeah, Sam Darnold and Carson Wentz battling out in the NFC West. That's fun. It was a 21-20 loss for Darnold. Damn. I don't get you put in Flowers in your starting lineup still. He has yet to have a. I think he's had like one or two big games for you, man. I mean, you're going against Punkle, so it's a whatever week, but still, come on. Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm curious what his record is at SoFi. Because he does struggle against the Rams. Uh, yeah. So he's 1-2 in SoFi. Yeah, he's 1-2 in SoFi because that loss against the Rams week 18 was in San Francisco. So I mean that's not bad. I've seen worse. You're not gonna lose you're not gonna lose the Punkle this week. Yeah, against the Rams specifically, he's cursed. So funny enough, his one win against the Rams was as a Jet. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the 0-13 year. Wait, no, but that game, well, 2020 wasn't that season because that game wasn't in SoFi. That game was in New York. What is this game then? Oh, it was this game. I could have sworn that game was in New York. Probably thinking of a different Jets failure of a win. The Jets have had so many of those type of games where they lose out on a top pick because they won for no reason. Like it might have been 2019 that I'm thinking of. Because I remember Frank Gore being on that Jets team that I'm thinking about. And he wasn't on their 2020 team, I don't think. Oh, no, he was. This is the game then. Why do I not? Why do I remember it being in New York then? Whatever. I mean, yeah, the Ravens still hold a grudge against Miami after 27 or after 2007 when they lost to us in overtime. And we were like 0-13 at the time of the game. The Ravens hold so much of a grudge. They beat us in the playoffs next season. That very next year. Yeah. Oh, yeah, ton of people are normal about quarterbacks. that, that is one of these sentences I've ever read. That's great. Oh, that's great. All right, still at halftime. At halftime. Yeah, talking about the my cause, my cleats and stuff. Still got about 5 minutes in halftime in this one. Oh yeah, my sister is much the same way, where you never know what she's gonna say, and it's always some of the most insane and funniest shit. So I'm kind of used to that, but it's still never not funny to hear the craziest of sentences. Joe Burrow is 1-10 passing in the red zone right now. Hey, 3 fumbles lost for the Ravens offense. First time since that 2007 season. I think I know what game that was. Because I dived into that Ravens 07 season for a video. All right, second half kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 3, room up past the 20 to about the 22. Yeah, yeah. Ravens 07. There's like 2 or 3 games where I think it could be. All right, Lamar in shotgun back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. Going to send one of them in motion as they give this up the middle to Derrick Henry. Has a gain of roughly 3. I might as well. I'm not sure how much longer Harbaugh wants to be in Baltimore. There was reports going on early on in the week that there's a veteran coach out there that is thinking about stepping down after the season, and everyone is pointing towards Harbaugh. Lamar under center, going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of roughly 2. 3rd and 5 coming up. Also, I was correct about what game. About what game the last time Ravens had 3. No, it was 3 fumbles lost, not 3 turnovers. Either way, they had a game against Seattle and Cleveland this the 07 season that I was thinking they could be. And both of those games had 3+ turnovers. Lamar looking to throw in 3rd and 5. Stepping up, going to roll to his right to buy more time. Looking to throw, going to get out of bounds at about the line of scrimmage. Either way, it's a 3 and out for Baltimore to begin the half. Maybe they say that's a sack of a yard. Now, Ravens go 3 and out to begin the drive. Or to begin the drive, to begin the half. All right, so 4th and 4. The punt comes off clean. It's going to be returned beginning from the 29. Gets up past the 35 to the 39. And that's where out comes Joe Burrow. Let me see if what this offense has in store once again. Burrow and shotgun back to his left. Handoff up the middle is going to have space to about the 45 for Chase Brown. Gain of 6. I'm still looking for this 3 fumbles lost game for Baltimore. I'm curious what it is now. The issue is they lost a lot of games this year. I'm assuming it's going to be in a losing effort. I say a 6 turnover game has to be this one. Yeah, okay. It was a game against Cincy back in 2007. And they lost 21-7. It's Cincy again. Burrow, play action, looking to throw in 2nd and 4. Rolling left, just going to throw this at the feet of Noah Fant. Doing a bootleg with Joe Burrow is more of a interesting decision than the QB sneak earlier. I don't get doing that. As it's 3rd and 4. Oh, Nate Wiggins ruled out with a foot injury. That's a tough blow for that Baltimore secondary. Burrow and shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and 4 from the 45. Baltimore stack in the box. They moved everyone up close. Burrow looking to throw. Pass over the middle. Caught by Jamar Chase. Pass midfield to the 49. Beautiful catch through the contact. And they get a fresh set of downs. All right, so Burrow and shotgun. Just under 11.5 to play in the 3rd. Back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side, looking to throw. Pump faking, rolling right, trying to buy some time. Looking downfield, gonna take it himself and get about 3. All right, he can move pretty well then. I think it'll be fun for the Bengals to win because it just makes the AFC North that much more chaotic. But at the same time, for the Dolphins' sake, kind of need Baltimore to actually wake up. Burrow and shotgun back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. Looking to throw, dump off right side, caught by Chase Brown. Makes one man miss in the backfield, has space past the 45 to the 44. A gain of roughly 3 on the halfback screen. It's a 3rd and 4 coming up. No XP is ever safe with YouTube on watch. All right, 3rd and 4. 10 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Cincy breaks the huddle with about 10 seconds on the play clock. Burrow and shotgun back to his left. Play clock winding down. 2 receivers to each side. It's actually a tight end in the backfield. And the Bengals will call their first timeout as they were not going to get that snap off in time. 9:51 to play in the 3rd. And the Bengals have to call their first timeout. All right, 3rd and 4. Burrow and shotgun back to his right. Tight end in the backfield to his left. Gonna motion the tight end towards the line of scrimmage. Making adjustments at the line. The back shifted to his left. Burrow looking to throw. Has some time. Pressure coming. Escapes it. Looking to his right, still looking, passing, gonna be incomplete, and there's the penalty. Gonna be a DPI against Baltimore. Burrow was looking for Mitchell Tinsley. As the ball was coming in, he gets pulled back by TJ Tampa. And it's gonna be a fresh set of downs for the Bengals. Yeah, that was a clear DPI. Burrow does take a hit here while throwing this one. Not a massive hit, but still a hit nonetheless. And yeah, that's a clear DPI. So it's gonna get gonna get Cincinnati to about the 26. Burrow under center, back to his left, two receiving options to each side. Man in motion, right to left. As Burrow is going to hand this off up the middle. Going to be Samaje Perine up to about the 18, gain of 8. And a 2nd and 2 coming up. Cool. Going up tempo, Burrow and shotgun back to his right, two receiving options to each side. Making adjustments at the line. 9:10 to play in the third quarter. As the Bengals are back in the red zone. Burrow going to keep it himself up the middle on what was a broken down play. And it worked to get 3 up to the 15. That was clearly meant to be an RPO of some kind, but that play did not have a chance on it. Oh, they're comparing the OPI against Zay Flowers with the DPI against TJ Tampa. All right. Burrow and shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the left. 1st and 10. Looking to throw from the 15. Passing left side for the end zone, and it's incomplete. Looking for Tanner Hudson. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. Good coverage there as well by Kyle Hamilton. $8:13 remains in the third quarter. Burrow under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion, left to right. They're going to hand this off left side for Chase Brown. Gain of a yard, maybe 2. All right. Third down. The 3rd and 9. 7:45 to play in the third. I bet. Burrow alone in shotgun. They're going to shift someone into the backfield. So back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Looking to throw in 3rd and 9. Rolling to his right to buy some time. Pass in end zone. What a catch from Tanner Hudson. Since he extends this lead off of a fantastic one-handed grab from Tanner Hudson against Kyle Hamilton. What a catch, and gets his knees down. That is a beaut. Good, great throw from Burrow as well to put it to where only his guy can catch it. And then that's a great catch from a 3rd string tight end against one of the better safeties in the league. No, he's listed as Cincy's 4th string tight end on ESPN's depth chart. And he just made a great one-handed catch to put the Bengals up 12. That is a beauty of a catch. And the Ravens are in trouble. Ravens are in trouble, down by 12. I'm pretty sure you sent me that one. Yeah, I can check as well. Yeah, you sent me it. All right, so that commercial break. The Cleveland Browns were in the indie hunt section of the playoff graphic earlier. That's funny. And it's still at commercial break. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Let's see if Baltimore has any life in them. They're going to need something on this drive, as they have not scored since their first drive of the game. Having that happen against this defense is insane. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 7. Now past the 20, 25, 30 to about the 32. All right. Pretty good starting field position. Can they do anything with it? Lamar play action looking to throw. Pass over the middle, caught by Mark Andrews. Pass midfield to the 49. Yeah. That Jacksonville Chargers game was it was a mess. Like I don't get how the Chargers let that happen. All right, Lamar under center, back and fullback behind him. Ball on the 49. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Derrick Henry, who has space to the 41. A gain of 8. And a 2nd and 2 coming up. So 2nd and 2. Lamar in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna toss this right side for Henry. Finding a lane for a first down and up to the 35. He's been running well tonight. I just don't feel like they've utilized him enough. How many carries has he had? Yeah, he's had 9 carries. But to be fair, they've also had the ball for a very little amount of time compared to Cincy. Like, Burrow is already at 37 pass attempts compared to Lamar Jackson's 17. Like, come on. Lamar in shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. 1st and 10 from the plus 34. Gonna look to throw. Pass left side is short and incomplete, looking for Keaton Mitchell. 5:20 to play in the third, and the Ravens offense just off their game. Yeah. Yeah, Miami plays the Saints on Sunday. I'm hoping we can kick their asses. I do not want the game to be close. Lamar in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. The give up the middle to Henry is going to have space past the 30 to about the 27. A 3rd and 3 coming up. Third and 3. This has been a solid drive so far. They just need to capitalize off of it. Lamar in shotgun. A back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. 3rd and 3. Going to keep it himself left side. About time to use his legs. Gets past the 20 to about the 19, maybe the 18-yard line. That's the first designated QB run for Lamar Jackson tonight, and that feels insane. All the other carries have been off of scramble attempts. That's the first actual read option they've given him, or designed QB run of any nature. And when his athleticism is at the level it's at, you need to utilize it a lot more. Lamar under center, back behind him, gonna toss this right side for Mitchell, who has space. Good blocking the 10-5. The Ravens are back in the end zone. It took them about a half a play, but they do it. That's a beautiful block in by Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers lays a beautiful block to give Keaton Mitchell the space to go 18 yards to the house and cut into this deficit. Absolute that's a beautiful block, man. That's what you want out of your receiver, having to block in space. That is beautiful. Tyler Loop on for the extra point. It is up, and it is right down the middle. Yeah. Baltimore finally decided to lock in. Oh yeah. Those are some nice cards. They're up in Orlando, but I have like a whole case of football cards. That actually does remind me. I want to do a video series related to those. Because I have a lot of cards, and part of me wants to do like a random card draw that dictates a player to do a video around. Because I do have some like really nice players in there. I also have some like lesser known, kind of like less notable players, but I do still think it'll be fun. Hell yeah. I want to open more cards. I don't do that enough. To be fair though, like I also not a massive fan of card collecting. I don't really care for it. But it's still cool to have. I know one of the cards I have there in that set is a rookie. It's a rookie Tony Dorsett card. And that's a fun one. Yep, so that commercial break after the 18-yard touchdown run. Yeah, that's definitely better. It's a shame you don't get points for that Zay Flowers block. Because it was a great block on that touchdown run. He laid that dude out. Why is the Ravens mascot dressed like a turkey? I don't like the implications of that. Are they gonna eat him? Are they gonna eat Poe? Was that Poe or is that one of the other two? Either way, why is he dressed up like a turkey? Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 14, out past the 30 to the 31. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's just asking for Cincy to take the bite there. Raven is back on the menu. Was it ever on the menu? John Harbaugh, nighttime turkey sandwich leftovers for his favorite Thanksgiving dish. Okay, man, shut up. I like Derrick Henry's answer. Yams with cinnamon and brown sugar. That sounds fantastic. Burrow looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pass left side. Going to be caught by Chase Brown up past the 40 to about the 41. Going to be a gain of roughly 9. Fox. The Ravens have 3 different Raven mascots. And they're named Edgar, Allen, and Poe. I don't think... This is a team. The Ravens are named after the Raven. Like they lean into it, and it's kind of great. Over 20 at this. Burrow and shotgun back to his left. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Pirine. Has space past midfield. Gonna be brought down from behind at the 47 by Kyle Hamilton. It's funny, for the longest time, the Ravens only had the one mascot, Poe. And then he got hurt during preseason one year. And they brought in his cousins, Edgar and Allen. And they've just been sticking around since. Mascot lore is amazing. Burrow and shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. 1st and 10 from the plus 47. Just about 2.5 to play in the 3rd quarter. Burrow looking to throw. Pressure coming. Pass right side. Going for deep. Mitchell Tinsley does not hang on. Nearly an incredible dive and catch. Instead, it's 2nd and 10. Yeah, guys had his hands on it, just couldn't hang on through the contact. Which is the ground. The ball did not survive the ground. Yeah, 2nd and 10. Burrow and shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle to Pirine's going to get past the 45 to about the 44 before being stood up. Roughly a gain of 3. 3rd and 7 coming up for Cincy. Not they're kind of in field goal range. It depends if they want to risk it at this with 2 minutes left in the 3rd. Either way, you do want to get closer just because. All right, 3rd and 7. A minute 45 to play in the 3rd quarter. The clock continues to run. Burrow and shotgun back to his left, looking to throw. As time, pass right side, going to be caught by Chase to the 31. Plenty enough for the first. The Bengals keep the drive going. A minute 30 to play in the third quarter. Yeah, so 1st and 10. Burrow under center. Chase is already at 100 yards receiving today. Burrow going to hand this off left side for Chase Brown. He's going to get to about 29. Also, Joe Burrow was already at 40 pass attempts. And we're not even at the fourth quarter yet. Are you kidding me, man? He is at 40 pass attempts through 45 minutes of play. What's even crazier is that it's not even close to the record. Burrow in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Final play of the third quarter. Burrow, the throw. Has time. Pass over the middle. Incomplete. Looking for Mitchell Tinsley. But great defensive play. Force knocks the ball loose. 3rd and 9 coming up. Third and 9. If the Ravens can make a stand and get this to an 8-point game. 20 seconds to play in the third. Burrow in shotgun. A back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Play clock winding down to get the snap off. Burrow to throw. Has time. Pass over the middle. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cincy. A beauty of a throw from Joe Burrow. Puts them back on top. Re-extends this lead. Absolute beauty of a ball over the middle. And it just steps up in the pocket and delivers a great throw, man. Joe Burrow is back. That's a dot, man. That's a beautiful throw. The kitty do go meow. The extra point is up and good. They're back to a 12-point lead with 15 seconds left in the third. That is a beauty of a throw by Burrow. And we're at commercial break afterwards. Yeah, this Baltimore defense is not showing up tonight. It's ooh. It's part of it is the Baltimore defense is not showing up. I mean, they have been. For the entire first half, they were held in Cincy to field goals. It's the offense that ate too much turkey. You can't fumble 3 times and expect to win. Like that, they've had 3 fumbles, 2 touchdowns taken off the board. One because of a fumble, the other because of offensive pass interference. And the offense just stalled out a bunch. It's like it's the offensive issues. They should have shared. Because they had the touchdown to begin the game, and then it was fumble, 3 and out, fumble, punt, fumble. And then out of halftime, it was a 3-and-out. Just not going to win that way. The offense has yet to have a drive that spanned more than 7 plays. Like it's just the offensive woes. And this isn't complete. I mean, it's kind of surprising. It's kind of surprising because of, going against Cincy's defense. But the Ravens the past 4 or 5 weeks haven't had the best offensive showings. It's just you assume that they were going to have a good showing tonight because of who they're playing, and that's not been the case. Real quick. Kickoff going to be bouncing into the end zone for a touchback to begin from the 35. So when the offensive player fumbles out the back of the end zone and it's a live ball going out the back of the end zone, it's treated in the same way that when a punt bounces into the end zone or out the back of the end zone. Because typically with a fumble that goes out of bounds in the field of play, the ball goes to that spot. But when you fumble it out the back of the end zone, the ball can't go to any spot. So it's treated as the equivalent of a punt. That's been the rule for a long time, man. It's never going to change. Handoff up the middle for Derrick Henry. He's going to get about 6. Well, it can't just be incomplete because in more cases than not, because it can't just be ruled incomplete because you're going to lose all those yards. The play is pretty much null and void, which just doesn't make sense with how the action took place. Because the end zone is always treated differently than everywhere else on the field. Because you have the plane in the front of the end zone, and then the ball crosses that, the play's dead, and it's a touchdown. So by the ball going across that plane on a fumble, it changes how the ball behaves. That the same way that like for catches in the end zone, it's a little bit looser on what you need to have down compared to in the field of play. It's just the end zone has always been treated differently because of the fact that that's where you score. Also, there was a holding against Baltimore on that first down play. So it was 1st and 20. Lamar in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Play action, looking to throw. Has time, dump off left side to Henry. Gonna have space past the 35-40, 45-50. Still going, 45-40. They're past the 35-30 and down about there, maybe the 29. But Derrick Henry, to end the third quarter, flips the field for Baltimore and puts them in a great spot as they try to mount this comeback. I know there's more specifics as to why the fumble at the back of the end zone exists. But I know the biggest one, or one of the ones, is there's no place to put the ball when it goes out of bounds in the end zone because you can't put it at the 1-yard line. Fumbling in the end zone. In the official NFL Yeah, so the official NFL rulebook, P Fox, it's if a ball is fumbled in the field of play and goes forward into the opponent's end zone, is ruled a touchback. It's a way to incentivize playing safe with the ball. And there's a ton of other like different like logistics surrounding stuff with fumbling in the end zone. If only scripted was that simple. As we're just coming back from commercial break for the start of the fourth quarter. Lamar in shotgun, going to touch pass this forward to Keaton Mitchell, who's going to try and get the sideline, but will lose about a yard. And also because there's already so, like, the NFL is already becoming so offensive focused with rules. It's good that they have something that can penalize the offense for being stupid. Need more of that. Lamar looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Pass left side going to be caught inside the 20 to about the 15. DeAndre Hopkins on the reception. And the Ravens are back in the red zone. Lamar in shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. The handoff up the no, can keep it himself left side. Gonna get to about the 15 before being forced out of bounds. That could work. I'm gonna be very interested to see how Tom handles scripted this week after the games. I think if Tennessee wins, that's gonna put a massive wrinkle in the stuff. It'll be nice. Lamar in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. 2nd and 9 from the 15. Rolling right. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. Gonna get this ball off, and it's a throwaway incomplete. God, NFL rulebook wording sucks. Some of these are just like, come on, make it simplified, please. You don't need to have 3 sentences to describe something related to fumbling. Lamar in shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Has some time pass. It's going to be intercepted. And it's going the other way to 30, 35, 40. Spinning his way to the 46. Lamar was hit while throwing that one. It comes out wobbly, and Cincy has it. The 4th turnover of the night. The 3rd specifically by Lamar Jackson. And the Bengals defense is having a fantastic game for no reason. Why is why has the Bengals defense been insane tonight? What is this? Like, what? This, is this your MVP, Baltimore? Hell no. Lamar has looked like a fraction of himself since coming back from injury. This game has been insane. Like, this game alone is gonna push Baltimore out of the rankings. Because this is abysmal. They should not be struggling this bad offensively. Where they have 4 turnovers. It's the rookie Demetrius Knight getting the interception. All right. Your 3 Ravens have a fifth of the points that Jahmyr Gibbs had last week. That's great. So you're in hell with Baltimore, man. And I'm gonna say this because I know it's gonna suck for you, man. Zay Flowers had a touchdown reception that was called back due to a pretty bad OPI. You should be doing a lot better. Ugh. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Yeah, Isaiah Likely struggled with the block. He was looking for Mark Andrews, who would have been open. It's just a frustrating night in Baltimore. Burrow under center, back and fullback behind him. Man in motion right to left. Gonna hand this off to Chase Brown right side. Has space to about midfield before being brought down. Gonna be a 2nd and roughly 7. So 2nd and 6. They gave him the 49. Burrow and shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Going to look to throw. Has time. Pass left side. Going to be incomplete. Looking for Jamar Chase. Good coverage there. They wanted a penalty. Nothing thrown. So 3rd and 6. As Ravens defense has a chance to bring the offense back to life a bit. They can make a stop here and keep this a 12-point game. It gives your offense a chance. So Burrow and shotgun, back to his left, a tight end to his right in the backfield. Going to look to throw. Burrow with time, pass right side, caught by Mike Gesicki for the first. It's a gain of 7 or 8. And they keep this drive moving. This Ravens team looks unrecognizable. And with how the Steelers have been playing, there is a non-zero chance of the Bengals winning this division at this point. I've stopped out of anger. Fair. Burrow and shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff right side. Gonna lose about 2 for Chase Brown. No dishes yet? It's almost dinner? Damn. Yeah, I mean, well, if Cincy does it, if Cincy somehow, I doubt it because of just who they have to play still. I mean, if Cincy wins this division after everything, I'm gonna lose my mind. Burrow and shotgun, looking to throw in 2nd and 12. Pass left side, going to be caught by Jamar Chase for about 11.5, just shy of the first down. No clean plates? Yeah. But if Joe Burrow did not get hurt, Cincy has a clear path for the division this year. That's crazy. It just goes to show how one injury can mess up an entire season. If they just beat the Jets and Bears, 2 games that they should have won. If they win those 2 games, we're talking about Cincy fighting for the division. The Bengals will call their second timeout as they're not going to get the snap off in time with 10:14 to play in the fourth. We're heading to a commercial break. I'll quickly be right back. Hi, I'm back. We're still at commercial break. We're getting Google AI commercials. Because of course we are. Alright, commercial break. At commercial break. Oh, for sure. I mean, I haven't had a lot of Ravens stocks in the past few weeks, really, like since their bad start. And Lamar got hurt, but any that I still had remaining are gone after this week. This is bad. All right, 3rd and 2. I mean, what's even crazy is they can still win this division, but I have no faith in them. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's gonna be stuffed for about a loss of a yard for Samaje Perine. So the Ravens defense makes a stand. Gonna make it a 15-point game. Besides the loop. Like, the Ravens are still most likely gonna win this division just because of how bad the Steelers are. Yeah, the Steelers have been. But, I mean, what? They're gonna have to play Buffalo or the Chargers in the first round. I mean, we're talking about a wild card round where the Ravens are probably guaranteed the 4th seed and have to go against a 12-win team. Evan McPherson on for the 52-yard kick from the right hash. It is up, and it is right down the middle. He's been automatic tonight. They extend this lead to 15 with just about 10 minutes to play. Yeah, I mean, and we're also heading right back to commercial break. So after this week, the Ravens still have Pittsburgh, Cincy, New England, Green Bay, and Pittsburgh to play. They maybe win 3 of those games. I think they can sweep Pittsburgh. The Cincy one's gonna be tough with how this game's going. And then I have no confidence in this team to be able to beat New England and Green Bay. So I'll put them at 9-8. Is 9-8 enough to win the AFC North this year? And if so, what stops Cincy from getting to 9-8? Hell, there's a chance 8-9 wins this division this year. Hell yeah. It's like, Cincy can get to 8-9. I think the question is that enough to win this division? Because that would include wins against. That would include wins against a sweep in Baltimore and sweep in Cleveland. What's the Steelers' schedule? Buffalo, Baltimore twice, Detroit, Miami, Cleveland. Yeah, I mean, they're 8-9 might be enough to win the division. There is a non-zero chance where whoever wins the Monday night game between Miami and Cincy barely sneaks into the playoffs. And the loser gets eliminated by a game. That's crazy. I'm looking at the Steelers game, the Sunday night game between Miami and Cincy. Because both Miami and Cincy have to win out, it feels. Maybe Cincy can afford to lose the Arizona game, but besides that, they have to win all their AFC games. As we're just coming back from commercial break, 9:25 to play in this one. Kickoff underway. Going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin from the 35. The AFC North is always entertaining, and this year has been no different with just how chaotic it's been. Now, let's see if Baltimore has something in them. 9.5 to play, down by 15. Does Baltimore have it in them? Lamar in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Looking to throw. Has time, pass right side, can be caught by Likely. Pass the 40 to the 41 before getting out of bounds. Does Baltimore have it in them? Second and 3, going to be stuffed at the line for no gain. So second and 3 now. Yeah, 3rd and 3 coming up. Okay. Lamar looking to throw in 3rd and 3. Pass over the middle is incomplete. Looking for Isaiah Likely. That's a late penalty coming in. That was a late penalty flag. Okay. It's going to be defensive holding. 5 yards automatic first. The Ravens stay alive a little bit. I mean, yeah, it's definitely defensive holding, but that penalty comes in late. Lamar in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. 8:38 to play in the game. Lamar looking to throw. Deep shot. Left side has a man. It's caught in. No, it's incomplete. Couldn't survive the contact. Would have been down inside the 5 at the 2. But just couldn't hang on. Oh, he has a step. It's a great throw, but even better defense. Looking for Tez Walker. It's Dax Hill in coverage. That's a fantastic defensive play. Lamar in shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. 2nd and 10, looking to throw. Pressure coming quick. Lamar escaping to his right. Throwing right side, going to be caught by Likely inside past midfield to about the 46, maybe 47. So a 3rd and short coming up. And there's movement before this snap on 3rd and 3. We'll see who they call this on. I think it's going to be against Cincy, which would give Baltimore a free first. Also, the Bengals have 1 timeout remaining already. Crazy. Oh, they're saying false start on Baltimore. Okay, so a 3rd and 8 coming up. Yeah. All right, Lamar in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. 3rd and 8, looking to throw. Bengals send pressure. Lamar pass over the middle is high and incomplete. 4th and 8 with 8 minutes to play. Down by 15. Kind of have to go for it. With their defense that has been struggling, you kind of have to go for it. Oh, he had yeah, it's the pressure. He has Mark Andrews wide open in the check down, but they had 3 people coming in from that side. He was never gonna get to him. Lamar in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. 4th and 8. Man in motion right to left. Lamar to throw. Pressure coming, stepping up, throwing right side. It's batted away and incomplete. A turnover on downs for Baltimore. And this the Cincy defense has been on fire tonight. That is Josh Newton on the pass breakup. And the Ravens have ball past midfield at the 49, and that might just do it. The Bengals are in prime spot to score again. All right, enjoy the food. Yeah, I mean, this Bengals defense has been playing fantastic. If there was any week for the Ravens offense to get back on track, this would have been the week. And it just hasn't. Again, they play Cincy again in 2 weeks, but that game is in Cincy. It's going to be tough. All right, babe. Commercial break. At commercial break. Actually, just coming out of a commercial break. They're showing some turkey legs. Yeah, I'm getting food after this stream. All right, 1st and 10 for Cincy. Ball on the plus 49 after the turnover on downs. Just under 8 minutes to play in the game. Burrow under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Man in motion, right to left. Man in motion to the backfield from the right side. Gonna toss this left side for Chase Brown. Has space. The 40-35 past the 30 to the 29. Nothing fancy, just a simple toss left, and it works wonders. It's working wonders. So 1st and 10. Burrow and shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off up the middle for Brown once again, past the 25 to about the 22. So 2nd and 2. Six and a half to play in the game, since he's going to focus on killing the clock now a bit. Burrow and shotgun back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the plus 22. Handoff up the middle once again for Chase Brown. Going to get stuffed after only about a yard. Third and 1, under 6 minutes to play. Hell yeah. Burrow under center, back behind him. Baltimore stacking the box. And they get them to jump. On 3rd and 1, the Ravens fall for the hard count. Yeah, encroachment in Baltimore. And an overdone ham is fine as long as it's not completely dry. But I'm cool with an overdone ham. This stream has had the side adventure of that crown jumping spots. Yeah, this game is pretty much over at this point. There's 5.5 to play. Burrow and shotgun back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball in the 16. 1st and 10. Man in motion left to right. Burrow going to hand this off up the middle. And that's going to be stood at the line for no gain. All right, see ya. Yeah, that firm tech. Yeah, I'm with you with that. The Ravens are going to start calling timeouts with 5:12 to play. $5:12 in the game. And the Ravens starting to call timeouts now. That shows the desperation. All right, 2nd and 9. They're showcasing the snap count. That's cool. Burrow in shotgun. Back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Actually, backs to his left. Man in motion right to left. Burrow gonna look to throw. Rolling right, passing right. Caught by Chase Brown. Gonna slide down inbounds at the 12. And the Ravens will call their 2nd timeout. A field goal makes it a 3-possession game. And it's going to put this one a bit out of reach for Baltimore. .506 to play in the game. Ravens have 1 timeout remaining. Third and 6. .506 to play. Burrow in shotgun, a back to his right. I believe that's Jamar Chase in the backfield to his left. Yeah, it is. Going to hand this off up the middle, and it's a fumble. The Ravens defense finally steps up and makes a play, and they have life. Hold on. They fumbled the exchange on the handoff, and the Ravens came up with it. Samaje Perine has the ball come loose. The Ravens have life. Still only 1 timeout. Puts you in a bit of a pickle. But they have life. We head to commercial break. If they can score quick enough. If they can score quick enough, there is a chance. It took the Ravens defense long enough. It took them long enough. Yeah, there's a chance. The prophecy. Yeah, they did lose to the Bills coming back down 15. We'll see. And that Bills comeback did start with a Derrick Henry fumble. So you never know. You never know. There's a chance. If they can score quick enough, there's a chance. We're still at commercial break. They had roughly 5 minutes when they started that. I think it might have been 6, but it still was not a lot of time. Yeah, I mean, I can double check that. But there wasn't that much time on the clock when that comeback started. Lamar in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ball in the 16. Going to look to throw. Has some time. Rolling to his right to buy more. And just going to throw this one away incomplete. It was 7. The Bills had 7 minutes. Roughly. Yeah, they had 7 minutes, but they cut it. They scored. They cut it within 8, with 3 minutes remaining. And then they had the touchdown and they had the touchdown and the field goal. So yeah, there was not a lot of time for the Bills either. Lamar looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Has time. Pass over the middle. It's overthrown and incomplete. Missed Flowers by about 10 yards. But Flowers was open over the middle. Flowers was open over the middle. It's the correct read. He just misses him. 3rd and 10. Lamar in shotgun. Back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Looking to throw once again. Quick pass left side caught by Andrews. Gonna get to about the 23 before getting out of bounds. Makes it a 4th and about 2. Maybe 4th and 3. And now this is really getting to game on the line territory. They would not have enough time to score twice if they don't get a score on this drive. Fourth and 2. Lamar in shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Going to look to throw. Bengals send 4. Pressure coming. Pass over the middle. Caught by Andrews. Past the 35 and down to the 38. They keep the drive going, and there's a Bengals slow to get up. It's Dax Hill, who was slow to get up, but he's up now as the Ravens go hurry up. Lamar in shotgun, looking to throw once again. Has time. Pass right side, going to be caught by Flowers. Gonna fumble! Ball's loose, and since he has it, down to the 35. That's game. Zay Flowers fumbles. Oh, man. 5 turnovers tonight for Baltimore. Oh, man. That's crazy. Yeah, the monkey's paw with that is crazy. You wanted Flowers to get the ball, and the first time he gets it on the drive, it might have just sealed it. How do you get a 5 turnover game against the Bengals defense? Burrow gonna hand this off up the middle for about a yard to Chase Brown. It's 5 turnovers. 4 of them are fumbles. And just a ton. Also, the Bengals play Miami Sunday Night Football Week 16. I doubt that gets flexed out because Miami is celebrating 60 years as a franchise in that game. So I doubt they're gonna flex that out, which I'm happy with. The Miami's wearing throwbacks finally this season in that one. Burrow in shotgun back to his left, gonna hand this off up the middle on 2nd and 9. He has space past the 30, 25, and down to the 24. First down pickup for Chase Brown. And yeah, the Ravens aren't even bothering calling timeouts. I really got every single Thanksgiving Day wrong in predictions. That's crazy, man. What? How in the world? Burrow in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the 24. And they're not going to get this snap off in time. Delay of game against Cincy with 2:40 to play in the game. First and 15. Burrow and shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball now on the 29. Going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of about 2 or 3. And that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Hell yeah. That's a nice Thanksgiving dinner. Yep, 2 minutes to play in this one. A first down ends it for Cincy. The turnovers, man. There's a tough luck of the draw. Ooh, that does sound really good. All right, showcasing the turkey that the Bengals are going to be getting in about 2 minutes after this game ends. What a return game for Joe Burrow as well. First game back in a few months, Joe Burrow goes 24 for 46, 261 yards, and 2 touchdowns in a great upset against Baltimore on the road. That's a hell of a game. Jamar Chase goes for 110. I'm sure Chase is loving that Burrow is back. Yeah, yeah. Burrow and shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. 2nd and 12 from the 26-yard line. The give up the middle is going to get inside the 25 to the 24. And the Ravens call their final timeout. Ravens call their final timeout with 1:54 to play. All right. 3rd and 10. Burrow and shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion. As Burrow's going to give this up the middle to Chase. Dude, Samaje Perine, he's going to get a yard. They're going to be able to kill this clock to about 1:10 remaining in the game before kicking the field goal. And man, I think they might just do one more offensive play and like kneel it down, don't run up the score. We'll see as Cincy calls their final timeout with 1:11 to play in the game. I mean, a field goal firmly ends the game with it being 3 scores, so might as well. Happy Thanksgiving. This is a great win for Cincy. A great way to end Thanksgiving. 3 upsets on Thanksgiving. Can't ask for too much more. Yeah, so this puts Baltimore a half game back of Pittsburgh until Sunday. Miami with a win becomes a game back of Kansas City and Baltimore, and they play the Saints. And then we'll see how the rest of Sunday plays out. Evan McPherson on for the 41-yard kick from the left hash. It is up, and it is good right down the middle. There is that. All right, 1:06 to play. The Ravens are going to try some desperation stuff here, down by 18. So we will see. The best performance of the season for this Cincinnati defense could not have come at a better time. They just need to keep it up. That's the thing. They need to keep it up. That would be poetic. A pick six to end the game. Though I doubt Lamar gets back out there. It's probably going to be whoever their backup is just to kneel the ball down. I doubt they try too much, down by 3 scores. If this was the UFL this past season, they definitely would try shit. Because in the UFL, at least this past year, I'm not sure how much going to change next year, but the UFL this past season, it was you can get 9 points on the drive. Well, Lamar's back out there. As they just show, the first time the Ravens have lost 4 fumbles since 2007 against Cincy. Which was the game I pointed out earlier around halftime. Hell yeah. Lamar in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle. Going to have space past the 40 and down to about the 44. Not going to be enough for a first. It would be so poetic. But yeah, I'm shocked Tyler Huntley ain't coming on the field for this. One more play is needed. As they're going to let this clock run a bit. I'm shocked they're trying to pad the stats instead of just kneel the ball down. 2nd and inches. Lamar in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left. Handoff up the middle once again. Trying to bounce it outside, can get the first down, and then gets out of bounds at about the 45, because of course. It's Rashid Ali on these past 2 carries. 28 seconds to play. Yep. All right, 1st and 10. Lamar going to hand this off up the middle to Ali. Gets past midfield to about the 48. And that should do it. And yep, teams taking the field. That will do it. A very good slate for Thanksgiving. It ended up being 3 really good games. This one, give or take who you're a fan of, if it's a good game or not, because it wasn't a close game like the other 2. But it was still entertaining with how bad the Ravens offense played. But I appreciate everyone tuning in. Happy Thanksgiving to all. If you haven't eaten dinner yet, go enjoy your dinner. If you have, hope it was good. I'll be back live tomorrow for the Black Friday game between the Bears and Eagles. And then on Sunday, we got 3 games to go through, beginning with Miami and New Orleans at 1 o'clock. Bills, Steelers at 4:25, and then Sunday Night Football between the Broncos and Commanders. Monday Night Football is Giants, Patriots. We'll be live for all of those. Appreciate everyone tuning in. I will see you all next time. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.